Hello Transformers fans, Adam here with my second Aerialbot, Age of the Prime Slingshot. Let's get into it, starting with this box. On the front, graphics of Slingshot in both of his modes. On the one side, a graphic of Superion, and after this will be 2/5 of the way to him. On the other side, gold statues of some of the Primes, and on the back, pictures of Slingshot. Alright, set that back there, and grab Slingshot. He comes with not one, but two double-barrel blasters that you can either put in his hand, or he has a slot right there on his forearm that's supposed to be for transforming him, but you could put the blaster in there as well, and I like this look. It's kind of Starscream and Seeker-esque. What do you guys think? Alright, let's put those weapons away and focus on Slingshot himself. And check him out. Let's do a 360. His airplane parts on the back here are pretty obvious, but that's always been the case with the Aerialbots. Even on the show, they never did hide their alt mode parts well. His biggest compromise, though, without question, is the inside of his legs. No getting around it. This is unsightly, but it's also not a huge deal, because if you're displaying him in bot mode, you won't really be looking at this anyway. And besides this, he is pretty G1 cartoon accurate, aside from not having an Autobot symbol on his shoulder, and I'm guessing they only left it off because it would look weird once we transform him, which we would get to. But check out the arms, the body, the legs, don't worry about the inside. Turn him around here, the airplane parts, and the face, which someone pointed out is only a paint job away from being later one of the GoBots. And now that I've heard that, I can't unsee it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And for articulation, his head is on a ball joint, so you have the 360 exorcist action, and make him nod. Full range of motion with the arms, and raise them up. Bend his elbows, twist his elbows. Nothing with his hands, though. They're set in place. But twist his waist. Full range of motion with the legs. Twist his thighs. Bend his knees. And his ankles. All of which give Slingshot here some awesome posability. Now let's go ahead and transform him. Start by turning his head around. And from the back of his head, bring down the landing wheel. Now turn his forearms around. 1 and 2. Now swing his forearm up to his shoulder, raise up his arm, and tap it right into the side there. Make sure it connects nice and good. There we go. And same thing with the other one. Swing that forearm up, raise up his arm, and tap it into his side. Alright, looking good. And now we can maybe see why they didn't give him an Autobot symbol on his shoulder. Might be partially blocked and look a little weird. Anyway, next, bring the nose of the plane back. And then take this whole piece, drop it down, and tap it into place right there. Make sure it connects. There we go. And the front of the plane is done. Now his bottom half. Tab his legs together. Make sure they connect on both sides. Alright. Now bring down the shin panels. Take his legs and collapse them into the shins. There we go. Make sure the back of the plane tabs in nicely. Okay. Now close these back up. And then bring down the heels. Bring down his feet, raise up his fin, and lower the wings. And then just tighten up whatever we need to. And there we go. There he is in his alt mode as a Harrier jump jet. And I am liking this alt mode. Very G1 cartoon accurate. I don't really see any compromise at all here. And I love the color setup with the white, the gold windshield, the black nose, the black stripe down the middle here, the 2 red Autobot symbols, the red and the blue stripes on his wings, and the blue stripe down his fin here. And underneath, this is a much better setup than Air Raid here. Sorry, Air Raid, but your robot parts are pretty obvious. This is much more visibly pleasing. But overall, just one of the better alt modes that I've ever seen. What do you guys think? Again, let me know in the comments. Anyway, let's go ahead and transform him back. Start by flipping that fin back to the side. Raise his wings back up. Raise up his heels. Raise up his feet. Open his shin panels back up. Untap the back of the plane. And bring out his legs. Close his shin panels back up. Separate the legs. Alright, bottom half is done. Now the top half. Raise up that landing wheel. Bring the nose of the plane back. And then flip that nose in. And tap it back into place. Free up his arms. So 1 and 2. Alright. Bring the forearms back down. Flip them back around. And then finally, turn his head back around. And back to a bot. And that is 2 out of 5 aerial bots done. We are 2/5 of the way to Superion. I'll make a separate playlist for these aerial bots just so we can keep track of the team. But that'll wrap up this video. Join me for the next one. Until then, good night, Transformers fans.